Hello, my name's Bev and I'm the author of the book Please Eat, A Mother's Struggle to Free Her Teenage Son from Anorexia, which describes our family's battle with the deadly eating disorder, anorexia nervosa, which my teenage son Ben developed back in 2009 when he was just 15 years old. This post is from the 24th of November 2011 and it's called The Eating Disorder Changes People. Without a doubt, an eating disorder changes people, not just in the way it devastates lives, but in the way you and those caring for you emerge completely different. I've already talked about how it's changed me as a parent, making me into a better, more tolerant, caring and insightful person with her priorities in a better place, hopefully. Likewise, Ben is a very different young man from the teenage boy whose life was hijacked by the eating disorder in 2009. Sure, he is 2.5 years older, which in teenage terms can seem like a lifetime. But he's transformed in many other ways too, which without the eating disorder might not have happened. He too is more caring, thoughtful and insightful. He is extremely philosophical about things, thinks very deeply and maturely about the life issues that really matter, and has become quite spiritual in his own typically Ben individual way. He is also very strong, as anyone overcoming an eating disorder has to be. After all, he's gone through experiences that most other teenagers will never have to go through. Like many traumatic events in his life, this makes you think very differently. Trivia seems, well, oh so trivial. Every moment of life cries out to be lived to the full. When you've lost what amounts, in Ben's case, to 1/7 of your entire life on this planet, not to mention suicidal tendencies that threaten to snuff out your life altogether, there's a heck of a lot of lost time to make up for. Meanwhile, life just trundles on for the other teenagers in his social group, and they find it hard to accept this new Ben who thinks and acts a bit differently from the way they do. And I guess there's always the worry that because he's emerged differently and is still receiving treatment, he may still be under the thumb of the eating disorder, a volcano about to erupt at any moment. I mean, we know he's not, but unfortunately his friends don't. And that's the end of this post. So that was just a short post about the way the eating disorder had changed Ben on many, many different fronts, and he had kind of grown along a different trajectory, if you like, to his friends. It was actually the start of what was to eventually lead to what Ben is doing at the moment, leading to him studying psychology. And now he is actually working in mental health. And if you are wondering how that's going, the first week actually went really well. And I'm hoping the second week will go well. Fingers crossed. He seems to fit in really well with the team there. Anyway, that's the end of that post. And the next post is, well, the next series of posts is a series which I read below. I started off reading when I started off reading my blog, and it's about the 12 days of an eating disorder Christmas. So there's no point in me reading them again. And I will just link to them, and they go right through to the 9th of December 2011. So I shall just link to them, and then I'll pick up in the next video from the 9th of December onwards. So thank you for listening. You'll find a link below to my blog, and you'll also find a link to my website where you can download free PDFs of my blog, and also a link to Amazon where you can buy a copy of my book.